Welcome to Mommy Geeks Out. Yeah, 2 videos in 2 days after you haven't seen me in months and months and months. But I realized when I was editing my Graveyard Girl BeautyCon box unboxing, and I tried to remember when the last time was I updated anybody on the MS situation, that it had been since just 14 days after the Lemtrada infusions. So here we are. Let's see. Are we 8 months post? Let's see. So July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March is almost over. We are 9 months post Lemtrada. And for those of you who are in the early stages of your Lemtrada journey, or for those of you who are considering it, you may have come upon this video and wanted to hear how awesome I'm doing, and that's the reason you haven't seen me in a while. Unfortunately, that is not true, but hope is not lost. It seems that now that there are more and more and more of us in the US going through this treatment, there is an awesome Facebook group where we all share information and kind of keep each other posted on how we're doing and what we're going through. And it seems that there are quite a few people in my situation. What situation is that, you're wondering, Mommy? Well, I started to feel sort of better. And then around Christmas, which was about 6 months or so afterwards, I realized, I had gotten to a point where I could do things like sort of bounce up the stairs, like sort of a run. I mean, it's only 7 steps, so you can't really get going. But, my normal, dragging my legs up the stairs in our house, I realized one day that I just sort of bopped up the stairs like I did before I had MS. And of course, there's a video on the Mommy and Gracie show where I ran at the end of the summer. I ran. Gracie started to shoot me with her super soaker, her daddy did, and I ran. And didn't fall over. So there have been some wonderful things that have happened. And I think my walking is still stronger than it was before MS. Before MS. Before Lemtrada. As you can see, the cog fog. Ooh, full on cog fog. What I have been experiencing, so that was kind of, I felt sort of good around Christmas. And then it started to sort of go downhill, and then, January was February, March. Ooh, okay. Lermite's. Comment down below if you know what Lermite's syndrome or sign is, because it just happened when I went, don't like that. So I've been having, my MRI was stable. We did an MRI in December. It was stable, which is all Lemtrada ever promised me, right? All I was ever promised was that it would prevent further damage, new damage to my brain and my spinal cord. So we did my brain and my cervical spine, and they were both stable. We didn't do my thoracic, but I'm assuming it was stable as well. But I've been feeling like complete caca and getting worse. Symptom-wise, they're bad. I wouldn't say they're at the point where I feel like I'm having an attack. I don't feel like I'm having an MS attack. But the symptoms are bad. The numbness, the muscle weakness, the coordination or lack thereof, the cognitive struggles, the depression and anxiety has just gone off the charts in the last 4 to 6 weeks. And I mean, that could be a result of how bad I feel, but that was, also became a symptom of my MS. And even though I'm on medication to treat all those things, it's not working suddenly. So I see my MS specialist in 2 weeks, and I will try to remember to update you then. What I have learned is that this 7, 8, 9, 10-month mark is really bad for a lot of people. Also, there are a lot of people who do have an MS flare between the 6 and 12-month mark. People who have a flare before the 6-month mark, you can't really say that that's Lemtrada failing, because it depends on what they were on previous to that. But 6 months and going forward, now Lemtrada should be getting things under control. And if you have a flare after that, did Lemtrada fail? Not really, because Lemtrada isn't just one 5-day infusion. It is 2 infusions, 12 months apart. And I need to hang on until June 6th. Oh, and I probably need to hang on until December of this year before I will know if this is going to do anything besides just stop new lesions from forming. And I have to remember to be thankful if that's all it does. Of course, you can tell from the watering of my eyes that is not what I want. What I want is to not feel like I'm dying every day. What I want is to be able to have a few functional hours a day instead of some days I'm getting no functional hours now. It's really impacted our life a lot. It kind of stinks, The other thing that's scary for me as a person with MS who's only 48 years old, and I know I usually joke that I'm old, but in reality, I'm only 48 years old. So I've got like half of my life ahead of me. Half of my life with an incurable progressive neurological disease. And right now that terrifies me, because if this isn't new damage, and if this is just MS continuing to, if this is a result of the damage that was already done to my brain and my spinal cord, Lemtrada doesn't promise that it can fix that or reverse that. So it is possible that, every year for the rest of my life, MS is going to chip away at me a little bit more every year for the next half of my life. And that's terrifying. Heck, maybe that's why I'm depressed and I'm having so much anxiety. Maybe it's the idea that, this only gets worse. I think at the moment I'm having a crisis of hope and faith. And, I went in very, very believing that this was a miracle and this was going to be my miracle. And right now I'm struggling so hard physically that it doesn't really feel like a miracle. And the reason that I'm going to post this vlog, even though it's not very upbeat, and the kids who are watching, I'm sorry that you're seeing mommy cry. But there are people out there with MS who need to hear this and need to know that I'm not giving up, and I am going for my second infusion in June. And I still believe, from all of the things that I've read and all of the stories that I've heard, that, after this second infusion, and we get through that, nightmare, that the healing will begin. And I believe that if Lemtrada isn't my miracle, every day they research MS, and every day they're making new discoveries, and you never know what's around the corner. 6 years ago when I was diagnosed, this drug was not even an option. It didn't exist. And the best drugs they had then were like injecting yourself with water and praying. And, since then, so many advances have been made, and so many people have gotten out of wheelchairs and have gotten their lives back. So maybe this is my miracle. Maybe this isn't my miracle, but I still got a good 30 to 50 years left in me. And that's a lot of research time, and they're going to find something. I know they are. This just might not be it. That's all. And But if you're struggling, if you're considering Lemtrada, don't let this scare you. Go to the Facebook group, go to Facebook, search Lemtrada under groups, and ask to get added to the group. There are so many people who are doing so well on this drug. And, there are people like me who are stumbling right now into round 2 and just praying that things get better after round 2. And everybody who's done round 2 is like, trust us, you are going to feel better after round 2. You're going to start to get better. And people who are 6 and 7 years out, the people who were in the clinical test, they're doing so well. So well. They've got their lives back. So I still do believe and I still have faith. It's just a little shaky right now. So, I just wanted to let you know where I'm at. Lemtrada is a roller coaster. They warned me that ahead of time. I thought I could ride the roller coaster with a little more confidence than I'm doing right now. My confidence is a little shaken. So, kind of send me some positive confidence prayers and vibes and stuff if you have some to spare. If you need them for yourself, please keep them, because people have way worse problems than this, and God bless you all who are struggling with way worse problems than this. And the thing that I always remind myself is I still walk. There are people with MS who are in wheelchairs and who cannot walk on their own, and I every day can get up and walk, and I am blessed, beyond blessed, to still have that. And I am also blessed because MS isn't fatal, and there are women my age right now who are fighting the fight of their lives against cancer, and there's men my age fighting against, people all kinds of ages fighting against cancer. They have it way worse than what I've got going on. I'm just having a pity party right now, and but I know I'm blessed. And I've got people who watch me on YouTube. And I've got the most awesome daughter in the world. And Sweet Willie is the most understanding, amazing husband in the world. And my whole family's awesome. And my family and my YouTube family and all of these people supporting me. So I know that I'm blessed. Like I said, I'm just having a pity party. Anyway, so I will try to update you before I go in for round 2, and I will vlog round 2 like I vlogged round 1, although it's only 3 days, just so you can we can all see together how it feels, how round 2 feels versus how round 1 feels, And make sure you go check out that Facebook group if you are considering Lemtrada. I will try to come back and check comments here if you have any questions, but also look for me over in the Facebook group as well. So thank you all so much for following the MS Diaries, even though I totally forget for 9 months to post a video about it. I was in a lot of denial, but thank you very much. Thank you all, everybody who watches the Mommy and Gracie show. I appreciate it very, very much. You guys are my lifeline. And those of you who've watched Kid Toy Surprise channel, thank you very much. You all make me really happy, and playing with toys just, is totally the best thing in the world. So I'm so glad that I get to do that. And for those of you who are, doing the MS walk every day, I feel you. But remember, we're stronger than MS. We might have MS. MS doesn't have us, right? We can do this. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you. Bye.